My name is Ikwemi Olusegun. I'm a physicist from Nigeria. Today I'll be answering the question, why do persons who do money rituals, maybe popularly known as Yahoo Plus, don't live long to enjoy their money, or they die quickly before their time? The answer we seek is in physics. In physics, there's a formula and there's an equation called the time dilation equation. It is T is equals to T star all over root 1 minus V squared over C squared. This equation is normally used for people traveling to space. T is the time a person on Earth will measure, while T star is proper time of the person traveling to space, the time it will measure. C is the speed of light, which is the maximum speed any object can attain. It is 3 times 10 to the power 8 meters per second squared, meters per second, while V is the velocity at which the person traveling to space is moving. T star, making this sort of formula, can be written as T root 1 minus V squared over C squared. So, if an object is moving at a very high speed, close to the speed of light, this factor here will be very small, so that when you multiply it with T, it becomes reduced. So, the proper time, T star, will be smaller than T. So, how does this answer our question? The concept is, let's take this stationary time, the time measured by someone on Earth, as the time that God has assigned to each and every one of us to live on Earth. In the Bible, the average life expectancy of man is 70 or 80 years. So let's say T is 80. While T star is the actual time we got to live on Earth, maybe due to our circumstances or the choices we make. While V is the velocity at which the Earth rotates. You know, the Earth rotation determines our days, our years, and the rest. One rotation is 24 hours, is 1 day to us. 365 rotation is 1 year to us. The constant speed of the Earth is 460 meters per second, and we too are rotating with Earth at the same speed. That is why we don't feel the rotation, because we are rotating at the same speed with Earth. That is our natural speed of rotation. So let's calculate the actual time a person that is moving with the Earth at the same speed will live. We have V to be equal to 460 meters per second. So expressing this in terms of C, we divide by 3 times 10 raised to the power 8, which will divide by 3 times 10 raised to the power 8, which is equal to 1.5 times 10 raised to the power minus 6 C. We are expecting this so that we can put it here, then C squared can cancel C squared. So if we square this, we have T star. I told you that T is what? 80 years. So the square root of 1 minus 1.5 times 10 to the power minus 6 all square, C square, all over C square. C square will cancel C square. You see that when you find the square of this number, it will be very small. So when you subtract it from 1, it will be approximately 1. So T star will be equal to 80 times square root of 1. Which is equal to 80. So a person rotating at the same speed as the Earth will live at the same actual time as which God wanted him to live. So what happens if the person is rotating at a higher speed, greater than the Earth rotation speed? That is the category in which those who do rituals for money fall into. You know that there are special forces in the universe. There are special forces that are being controlled by aquatic people. So when somebody who needs quick money meets them, and they need quick money, they are tired of waiting, they need to follow shortcuts to make money. What they do is that they look at the future of that person. If there's money there, they go to the future and bring that money to the person's present. How did they do it? They try to cheat nature on behalf of that person. That's why they demand for sacrifices. They cheat nature by, we all are moving with that constant speed. So they single out that person and increase the person's speed of rotation spiritually. So instead of using the 24 hours to complete 1 day, that person will use seconds to complete 1 day and even a year can use 1 hour to complete a year. So that speed will be very high, so that it can attract things from the future to his present. And we know that the spiritual controls the physical. So when they increase the speed spiritually, that person can begin to attract things from the future to his present. Mathematically, this is what happens. Let's say V is being increased very high as 0.9 C. So T star will be equals to T root 1 minus V square over C square. So T star will be equals to 80 root 1 minus 0.9 C square all over C square. C square cancels C square. So T star will be equals to 80 root 1 minus 0.81. So T star will be equals to 80 times square root of 0.919, which is T star equals to 80 times 0.4359, equals to 35 years. So since they increase the person's speed spiritually, that has an effect in his timing. So instead of living 8 years, he lives for 35 years. So that is why he died young scientifically. One thing to note that if, for example, the person does the ritual at 30 years, that means he has just 5 years to live. So it is advisable that we live life slowly. Secondly, we don't want to die young. The speed at which we rotate with respect to it determines the time in which we spend on earth. We should not allow Babalawo cut our life short upon even sacrifice that we even make. So we should live life slowly and make wise choices. See you in my next video. Thank you.